Welcome, everybody, to Walking Between Worlds with Leanne McLaughlin and Dianne Adams. I am Leanne, and this is my beautiful co-host, Dianne.
Hello, back at you, beautiful. Welcome, guys.
Nice to see you again.
You too.
So today we are talking about the idea or the concept about fate and destiny. Are things predetermined and can't be changed, or do we have control to change things? This is sort of I don't think there's any right answer to any of it, but we just wanted to talk about it and see how you guys feel about this too. Dianne, what do you want to open with here?
Yes, fate. I truly believe myself that there are things in life that we can change. So we can change our direction. We come to a fork in the road. We can go left. We can go right. But on the other hand, things that are so spiritually connected, when you get to that fork in the road, there's going to be a roadblock at the left and you have no choice but to go to the right. Even though you might hit the wall and you're going to be mad that you can't get through because there's that block on the left, your fate. And it may not be today, it could be 3 years, 5 years, 10 years tomorrow that you were meant to walk that path because I believe, we're both very, very spiritual beings that we come here for a reason and we can play around and do our things, but when it comes to the really important things, I really deep to my core I have that knowing that there's a certain fate that I am supposed to be on this planet for, and then the other times I can kind of play around, but when it gets down to it, fate is fate and timing is timing for that. And I can say 100% for me that's the way it has, especially looking back at my journey, that there's just things that I am meant to do on this world and I don't really have a choice. Yeah, what do you think?
I agree 1,000%. I also think that, well, I think that there are certain sort of like markers along our journey where you can delay something. Like you say, it could be in 3 more years. So let's say, like in my personal example, so I went to nursing school. I was supposed to go to nursing school. I was supposed to be a nurse and learn all about all of that and be good at what I did and have confidence because it was a big piece of my personal growth and my journey. But I wasn't meant to be a nurse for my whole life. I didn't know that I was supposed to tuck that knowledge away, move to Mexico, learn about spirituality, learn about everything, meet the dolphins to do dolphin therapies and to study shamanism. And all of this stuff was waiting for me. But I had to have the knowledge and the wisdom and the experience of being a nurse before I did all of this so that it would make sense to me. And I could marry those two together. Now, the timing of it, as you say, right? Like I certainly wasn't prepared to go to nursing school right out of high school. So that was later. And then moved to Mexico and I meet my partner here who's a soulmate and just everything. There's certain things that are absolutely meant to happen, but the timing of it is where our free will comes in.
Yep, definitely. So
What do you
that's
think?
where it could be you can't also force fate. So there's certain things that I know in my journey that I'm supposed to be doing, but then the universe basically says, nope, this is your resting spot. This is your resting time. And in the past, being impatient at times, especially being a manifester, I'd want to push it. I'd want to push it and it just wouldn't work. And then I'd beat myself up. Well, why aren't I? Because I know this is what I'm supposed to do. But, with growth on this journey, now I can just sit back and go, okay, when I actually feel that urge, it's fate coming in. That's the word, or destiny, whatever word resonates with you. And I know that it's my time to take action. I'll just give you a small little example. So yesterday I do my card and it's the dream. So it's this girl looking on and it was a romance thing, this beautiful princess and got her handsome guy and she's looking and just dreaming about what things could be. So my whole reading yesterday was about it's time to take action. It's time to take action. No longer just dream. You need to take action. Well, I wanted to write my something to ponder coffee book for a long time. Well, there was just something yesterday that gave me the nudge. I worked on it for 8 hours. It's pretty much done because I had the content. And I wake up this morning with this little message going, that card was also for you. This was your destiny. This is the time. And I'm not going to rush it either. It's not like it's going to be published tomorrow, but the universe kind of gave me a kick in the ass and said, you know what? You've been talking about this for about 15 years. It's time to take action. And where that's going to go and how that's going to look, I don't get attached to that either, but I also know it's my destiny, it's my faith, and I'm going to take that jump, but I'm not necessarily going to know where that's going to lead either, and I'm not attached to it. So that's just my recent story. How about you?
Yeah, no, that's amazing. First of all, congratulations. I think that's wonderful that you you had the nudge and that you responded to the nudge. Because when we don't listen to the nudge, that's also when we start to get off of our path. So, when you see people who, they're meant to do something and they resist because they don't have the confidence or now's not the time. And then everything starts to kind of go wrong in their life. It's like when we go off into the weeds, spirit will be like, come on, you're not, and then as soon as you start making some choices that start to lead in the right direction, things start to get easier and lighter. And so, that's another piece of it is like when we hear, because it's always a whisper, usually, right? So there you were channeling a reading, which you thought was for the collective, but you're also a part of that collective.
So true. So just be open to it. And I know a lot of you guys out there get impatient because you're doing all this work, and especially if you're new to the spiritual journey and you're doing all this work, it's like, oh, but why am I not here? Well, it's like running a marathon. You can't go from 0 to 40 kilometers in the first day. It takes time. So also be gentle with yourself. But you know deep down that you have a purpose in this life. And if you really sit with yourself in silence and reflect, it'll come to you. But it's that patience thing. Okay, I'm sitting in silence. Why isn't it coming to me now? But the universe, we have so much guidance around us. Oh, speaking of, let's get to that. So we have so much guidance. We just have to look for the clues. And on that, I want you to tell me what you saw this morning because holy clues.
Yeah, well, it started with dreams last night. You've shared about how your mom leaves you dimes. And in the dream, you and I were there, and there was dimes, and then another symbol for me, something else that was like a silver piece, but I felt like it was from your mom, who I don't know, who I never met, but she's obviously guiding me too. Then I go to the beach with Gaia, and I always look for, like, I ask for signs when I get onto the beach, and I look down and I find the equivalent of in Mexico what would be a dime in peso world, and it's like right there at my feet when I walked on the beach. And then I find like more of the shells that are attached that look like angel wings, like attached together, like 2 or 3 sets of those, a pink like I sent you photos of like 6 things, a feather, like, and it was like, oh, another one, another one, another one, and it was just whoa. I was kind of, oh, of course. And I just kept thinking, man, I love this timeline. Wherever I've landed now, this must be a really good place to be, because everything just seems to be like another thing, another thing. And yeah, so that was really beautiful.
What I get with that is you had said that this morning, and then even now, so kind of a little channel for you is that there is that doorway opening for you. So when we talk about fate and destiny, there's something brewing with you. And I think we've got that months ago that something big in September, Leanne, was going to come for you. And it's just gonna blow wide open. And I know you feel it in your core. And we don't know how that's going to look, but this morning really felt like that was your lead into something big is going to just poof transform for you, and you're going to have this huge breakthrough moment. So that's just a little side note I just wanted to get you as I was channeling.
Thank you for that. And yes, I agree. And just like you, I'm not attached to what that is. Um, I hope it's something that I get to be in service to all of you somehow, maybe. Because I believe in sharing gifts with others too. So yeah, thank you for that. But definitely I feel we're in a place and a timeline, and here we are between these two eclipses still, right? So there's big changes on the horizon for so many. So if you're someone who's struggling a little bit right now, don't you're not alone. There are others who are in a like really challenging place that are pushing through some things. Um, these energies are actually your friend because they're meant to help you to release the rest of that so that you can move into what the next step is after the eclipse. So I think that's maybe a good place to leave off.
Mhm. But I just want to say in that too, so because these times are very powerful, it may just activate a little bit of your destiny. So just give the universe some room to help you work through that. Because I really feel for a lot of you that this is your time. Like just your signs this morning, my sign yesterday, and I feel for you guys watching and the collective. Pay attention to signs because your destiny is calling you.
Yeah, I think there's
Okay.
some big changes coming in, right? Some big
Yeah,
changes. And
very much
so
so.
that's okay. We let go with grace and we open to what is waiting to come in. And that's the easiest way to allow things to happen in an easy way instead of trying to fight.
I
Yeah.
love it. Love it, love it,
Yeah.
love it. So the only thing we ask you now on this is subscribe, share. We really want to grow our community with you. As we say on most episodes, Leanne and I talk like this all the time. We just want you all to be a part of this too and feel into it. And if you have any questions, if you want to reach out, also our links are in our bio under the YouTube links if you're curious what we do and you just need a little guidance. We're here for you that way as well. So we want to say thank you. We love you. You're not alone. And you know what? Kick butt and just accept and embrace the destiny that's coming to you. Right. Big
Yeah.
kiss and a hug.
Yeah. Thanks everybody so much for showing up for yourselves every day. And we hope that these chats just add something or give you, I'm using your term, Diane, something to ponder is planted in my brain. But the idea is that, yeah, we plant some seeds for you to maybe think about things and to see the world in a different way and know that you're not alone and that we love you.
Yep.
Until
Bye,
next time.
guys. See
Bye.
you later. Bye.